the shadow of the night.
In a small village named Kalipur, nestled amidst dense forests and towering hills, there lived a young man named Rahul. The village was surrounded by whispers of fear, tales of an ancient curse that awakened in the forest at night. The elders warned that those who ventured into the woods after dark never returned. But Rahul, a modern thinker who trusted only in science, scoffed at these stories, calling them superstitions. Rahul lived with his elderly mother, Lakshmi Devi. His father had died years ago in a mysterious accident. Some villagers claimed he was taken by a beast, while others whispered of a malevolent force in the forest. Rahul dismissed it all, believing his father had simply met with an accident. One chilly winter night, the village was plunged into darkness when the electricity failed. Lakshmi Devi fell gravely ill, racked with fever and unbearable pain. Rahul knew of an ancient medicinal tree deep in the forest, its leaves capable of easing his mother's suffering. With no doctor in the village and their stock of medicine depleted, Rahul decided to venture into the forest that very night. His mother pleaded, "Rahul, don't go into the forest at night. You don't know what's out there." But he smiled reassuringly and said, "Ma, don't worry. I'll be back soon." Grabbing a torch and a basket, he set off. The moonlight was faint, but it was enough to guide his way through the forest paths. As Rahul entered the forest, an uneasy feeling crept over him. The air felt unnaturally cold, and the silence was heavy. His footsteps echoed, but soon he noticed another sound, like someone was following him. He swung his torch around, its beam cutting through the darkness, but found nothing. Suddenly, a black shadow darted across his path. Rahul froze. "Who's there?" he shouted. No response came. Thinking it might be an animal, he pressed on, though his heart pounded. A few steps later, he heard a faint whisper, "Rahul, Rahul." The sound seemed to float on the wind. He spun around, shining his torch, but the forest was empty. "It's just my imagination," he muttered, trying to calm himself. Finally, he reached the medicinal tree and began picking its leaves. But then, a cold hand grazed his shoulder. Rahul whipped around. Standing before him was a tall, dark figure. Its face was blurred, but two glowing red eyes pierced the darkness, and a sinister smile curled across its shadowy mouth. "You've entered my forest. Now you are mine." Rahul's basket fell from his trembling hands. He turned and ran. The forest seemed to turn against him. Branches reached out, snagging his clothes. The ground felt like it was pulling him down. The whispering grew louder. "Rahul, Rahul." Somehow, he reached the edge of the village and stumbled into his house, slamming the door shut. His mother sat up, alarmed. "What happened, my son? Why are you shaking?" Rahul couldn't speak. His face was pale, his eyes wide with terror. "Ma, I'll never go back to that forest," he stammered. That night, sleep evaded him. Every time he closed his eyes, those red eyes and that ghastly smile haunted him. The next morning, villagers came to check on Rahul. The door was wide open, but the house was empty. Lakshmi Devi lay in bed, alone. Rahul was gone. Scattered on the floor were a few medicinal leaves, and on the wall was an eerie shadow-like mark, as if someone or something had leaned against it. The village elders shook their heads. One whispered, "The shadow of the forest took him. Those who go there at night never return." From that day, the villagers avoided looking toward the forest at night. On cold, moonless nights, whispers drift from the woods. Rahul, Rahul. Some say he still wanders the forest, forever bound to the dark shadow. And if anyone dares to enter the forest after dark, they hear a chilling voice. You've entered my forest. Now you are mine.